Good morning and welcome to our Facebook Live this morning, and it is the 25th of July 2022. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. If you're joining live, then do say hi, let me know that you're watching. Obviously, if you're watching on replay, on YouTube or on catch up, if you have any questions or if you want to add any comments, don't hesitate to add them in the comment section. Morning, Brenda. And excuse me, and I will get back to you if an answer is required. So this morning, our Monday morning, a nice easy start to the week for me. And for you, hopefully. I'm using a brand new kit called Nourish and Flourish. It's a bit difficult to show you the kit because it's quite big. Maybe if I do that. So this is one of Stampin Up's philanthropic kits, and they do something every year to support charities worldwide in all of their markets. Obviously, they do other things locally as well to them in America. But this kit was designed to help prevent food poverty, where people don't have enough money to eat or they can't afford to eat, and also to prevent food waste and making that food go somewhere to be useful rather than either in landfill or just to be food recycled. Morning, Sam. Morning, Alison. Good evening, Kerry. And good morning, Sinner. So this is a kit that's available worldwide in all of the markets. Here in the UK, the kit is £37. It includes a complete card kit for 9 cards and envelopes, and I'll be making those cards today. But it also includes an exclusive lunch bag. So it's an insulated lunch bag. It's quite big, as you can see. It's difficult because it takes up the whole space. Let me measure it. So the bag itself is, if I get the right sort of ruler, would be useful, wouldn't it? 6, 7, 8, about 9 inches wide, 7 inches high, maybe 6.5, 7 inches high, and a width of 6, 7 inches. So a decent sized lunch bag, and obviously it's got some detail on it, an exclusive set of flowers from Stampin' Up. It's a canvas outside with this cream colour and this applique applied on here, and it's insulated inside. So it makes a perfect lunch bag. Obviously that's what it's designed for, but the whole idea is that the kit does go towards ending food poverty. So every time you buy this kit, here in the UK, £2.50 goes to FoodFayre, and they're the people responsible for making sure that supermarkets and things like that aren't throwing food away, that they're collected and dispensed out. It's €3 in Europe, and it's the same all around the world. So each of our markets will be supporting the local charities. Morning, Fran. Good evening to you, I should say. Thank you. And hi, Carol, as well. So this is the kit itself. It makes 9 cards. All I've done is just open the wrapping so I don't struggle too much online. So let's see what we've got. We've got some dimensionals. We've got some little gems, sort of, well, actually sort of goldy champagne coloured pearls. We've got 9 envelopes, with pretty printed inside. So we've got evening evergreen, it looks like. I think that might be petal pink, and then soft succulent. And then we have got 3 sets of embossed cards. Now, I'm not even sure you can see that, but this has got a really fine white embossing to it. I don't think you can see it. I can't think of a way. 5 AM. Oh, bless you. Oh, yes, of course, you're in USA, Fran. There we go. Okay, then we have a series of sentiments. So we've got just saying hello, appreciate you more than you know, and I'm just so lucky to know you. And this one is in English and German. And then we have 3 different cards with again with embossing. Oh, you might be able to see that one a little bit better. There we go. And then we've got the same sentiments in French and Dutch. And then we have 3 more embossed cards. Maybe you can just see it. It's difficult, isn't it? And then we have a whole series of die cuts. So we've got these little petal pink flowers, we've got Daffodil Delight, and then we've got a selection. So there's 3 sheets of those. And then we've got more die cuts here. Now these ones are self-adhesive, so you can excuse me, just stick them down. Or if you wanted to raise them up on dimensionals, you could use an embossing buddy on the back to take away the stick. And then we've got glue dots. Piece of card. So if you're a beginner, this is perfect for just working on to protect your work surface. And then we have the instructions. And the instructions are in multiple languages, but they are also just printed with graphics, and it shows you the placement even of things like the glue dots and the dimensionals. So there we go, those are the instructions there. And as always, you'll find 2 QR codes. The bottom one here is specific to this kit. So if you have a mobile phone, you can scan the QR code on your phone and it will take you to video instructions for this particular kit. And the very top one there will take you to some basic videos. So if you're a complete beginner and you want some assistance, particularly with stamping and things, then it shows you, if you click on the QR code, it will take you to the basics. So the colours that this coordinates with, if you have stash at home, is Calypso Coral, Daffodil Delight, Old Olive, Petal Pink, Pool Party, oh, and Shaded Spruce, not Evening Evergreen, Shaded Spruce. And the kit contains supplies for 9 cards, 9 envelopes. This is a non-stamping kit, but if you were a stamper, then there'd be nothing to stop you, for example, adding items or swapping out. You could use these die cuts on the reverse, just pop those out and stamp onto those. And I do recommend, where you have these multiples, that you can just pop them out, keep them in a separate little jar and use them as die cuts in their own right. You could just stamp on the reverse, so keep those, don't waste them. You could also put other layers on top of that, so if you had, for example, an oval punch, you could pop that onto there. So don't waste those, pop them all out and then either keep them in here, or pop them into a separate little jar and use those. Morning Moretta, thanks for joining us. Morning Annabelle. Oh, just see some embossing, excellent. I think the embossing on this card is probably the most noticeable. You can just see it on there. And then this has got a very fine embossing. So this kit is perfect for beginners and existing crafters alike. So if you fancy having a go at some card making, then this could be a good kit to get you started. Everything is there and included. Just going to pop these ones out. So these are 2 at a time. There we go. Okay. Right, so let's get round to some crafting. Okay, so we've got 3, 6, 9 sentiments all together. There's 3 of each, 3 different ones, and there's nothing to stop you chopping and changing those. You don't have to use the ones that they recommend for each card design in the slightest. And I also think you could use any of these card designs as well. Maybe you can just see a little bit of that embossing. So let's start with this one here. This is the little hello, and it's got the yellow. Oh, that was stroke a lot. That was the first one. So I might need to take my glasses off for this. So it's got this little design here. Okay. And the first thing it's showing me is to put this band across the middle. So let's grab that. So we've got our 3 bands here. So as I say, these are self-adhesive. So no scissors required for this, other than actually getting into the pack to start with. So they've got, and there's nothing to stop you. What I tend to do is I tend to do one as is, and then I sort of mix and match them up and do my own thing. Then we've got just saying hello. This one here. Okay, and that's going to fit onto there, and then we're going to add the flowers, and they show you where to put the dimensionals. So these dimensionals are our foam pads that lift this up, which allows us to tuck in the flowers, and they show you 1, 2, 3. So I hope everybody had a nice weekend. It was certainly very pleasant here, somewhat cooler than it has been. So just got that central. So Kerry, I wonder how things are going for you, whether you had the rain over there in Australia. Hi Dee, good morning to you. So here we've got some of the flowers, top and bottom. So I'm going to pop these out. So they've got, and these come out really easily. So I'm going to do the top one first. So yellow, a blue, and these leaves, I think. Okay, so what they've done is they've tucked yellow one in, blue one on top, and then the leaves like that underneath. So pretty. Let me just lift that up. So might see some of that embossing now. Okay, so we've got some glue dots here. Looking for my pokey tool, which I can't see. So just going to put a couple of these on, and they even show you where to put these. So this shows you as having 3 glue dots on, and you always have more than you need. There's plenty on there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There's probably 200 little glue dots on there. So just peeling off the backs, and obviously you could use glue as well if you've got wet glue to hand. Let's put another one on there. And more fingers and thumbs this morning. Okay. So I'm going to tuck this one under, like so. I don't want to tuck it too far because I don't want to lose all the detail, really. You know, I don't want to hide it all. And then let's pop, just positioning those like that. See if I can find a better way. My pokey tool is in my car, ready for coffee and card. Oh, I've got a new one here. This will be a lot easier. Okay. So this is the leaves. Just take the backings off. Like so. Hopefully you can see that okay. And then just going to put a couple just at the bottom of this one. Let's put I'm going to put a little dimension on here so it can sit half on, half off, like so. There we go. So that's the top part, and then I've got the same really for the bottom. So we've got the larger leaf, set of 2, another yellow, and another blue. So similar sort of thing, just across the bottom, and then the final touch will be to add a little bit of bling. So these come together really well, perfect, as I say, for beginners, would make a perfect present. Plus you get the lunch bag. So mine might actually end up being a craft bag, but there we go. Okay, this one's going to go onto there, so I'm just going to pop a dimension at the bottom to lift it up to keep it the same height as the other one, and then pop on like that. And then so it was definitely cooler for us here at the weekend. Quite a strong breeze we had as well, which made it feel very pleasant. And I finally got my lawn mown, having been meaning to do it for a long time, and it jolly well needed it. Okay, and then this is just going to go on the top of those two. This would be a great kit to buy somebody, dare I say it, for a birthday or Christmas. I said it really quickly, hopefully nobody noticed. There we go. Just fold that over. And just add some of our little pearls to finish. If I can get into them. So they've put 5 pearls on, but put as many as you want. So I'm going to put one here, one here, there we go, and that's it. There's our finished number 1 card. Let's just bring that up to the screen so you can see it. Hopefully you can. That's reflecting, sorry. There we are. And there's been excuse me, nothing to stop you doing that way round as well. Hi Julie, hi Carol. So you could do it either way, but just really pretty delicate card. And I like the sentiment as well, just saying hello. Could be for anybody, cheer them up, or just to let you know you're thinking of them. So that's card number 1. Let's do, oh, and obviously it has its matching envelope, which I'm guessing is probably this one, as you've got this layer here. Now when you've done all of the cards, if you've got anything left over, you could use those to decorate the front of the envelope, or you could use excuse me, use them to decorate inside. If you've got stamps, you could also obviously add to that. But that's card number 1. Card number 2, let's see what embossing they've got here, is the other fine embossed, which is this one here. It's got a sort of little quatrefoil sort of effect, and this has this wider panel here going across, and it looks like this fits all the way, but there'd be nothing to stop you doing it this way and having it half across. But as I say, for my first one of each, I'm going to do them as is, and they've got that fairly central, but I think I'm going to have mine slightly higher central, like so. And then we've got I'm just so lucky to know you. So let's find that sentiment. And obviously you can swap these round. And if you have French, German or Dutch friends or relatives, obviously you can substitute the different languages But what I suggested right at the beginning, if you join me after the start, is you have all of these other sentiments in different languages. Don't throw those away. Either you could give them to somebody that would make use of those, or keep them and use the back of them to stamp on or as a layer, because there's another, so there's 4 languages, so there's another 3 lots of 9 in there, so there's another 27 die cuts. Okay, so this is going to go on there with some dimensioners, and they've put them in the middle again so you can tuck things behind. And you don't have to use all of the items on each card, you can just use whichever ones you wish. Looks a little bit. Because I've got it up high. I'm just trying to get that roughly centre. I'm counting the these little dots to get it centre. Okay, and then the next diagram has basically all of these flowers just tucked in behind. So let's grab our sheet, and there's 3 of these, 1, 2, 3. So this is the petal pink. So, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of the yellow flowers. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we've got, looks like, these 2 sets of leaves like that, and I'm guessing, yes, the other ones fit the other. So each sheet of this will do 1 each of the 3 cards. Okay, so we're literally just going to tuck some of these sort of behind. They've got this as the centre, and then everything is tucked behind. So let's just do that. Again, it seems a bit of a shame to cover them all up. Where's my glue dot's gone? So if you wanted to speed this up and you had glue at home, you could just put some wet glue on here. Just taking these backings off. And there. And then they've got the sideways one here. So this kit is called Nourish and Flourish, and you can find it in the catalogue. So this is slightly different to our normal kits collection because it is a set that's going to be available right the way through. Get my flower the right way. whereas our other kits are just available while stocks last. And I've had delivery of 2 brand new ones this week. Literally came this morning. So I think we might be showcasing those next week. Monday's always a good day to do a kit. Okay, let's tuck that one in there. And then we can just pop these in really wherever we want. So you could use tweezers for these little glue dots, or point of the scissors. Morning, Linda. Hi, Libby. Hope you're feeling okay, Libby, and keeping that foot raised. Okay, so I'm just going to tuck these in here. Not that it's particularly critical where they go, because you've got plenty to play with. And if you've got your own die cuts, or if you've got any leaves or anything, if you've got our leaf punch, then you could use those to punch out some coloured card and add to it. There we go. Just tuck that in. Fitted nicely there. As I say, this is a kit to help raise funds for charity as well. So not only do you get the benefit of the kit, but you know that money in each kit goes to a local charity to help prevent food poverty and food waste. There we go. Okay. I'm going to tuck this one in there. So the only downside to these glue dots is tiny little white dots everywhere. Okay. One, and then I've got these 2 left. It's a little bit big for that. Tuck that one to there. You only really need 1 or 2 of the glue dots on each of these pieces. Tuck that in there. Okay, then what I'm going, and now I'm going to, I was going to say I'm going to cut it, but I can't because I haven't got scissors to hand. I might have just trimmed the bottom of that off so I could tuck it in a bit further, but this will do. So this is card number 2. There we go. And the final thing is just add a few of those really pretty pinky pearls. So these come as part of the kit as well. So with this kit, you could make up all of the cards and just pop them into a little cellophane bag, or you could pop them into the lunch bag and gift the lunch bag as well. There we go. There we are. So that is card number 2. Hopefully you can see that okay. And that has maybe that as a coordinating envelope, like that. And then finally, card number 3 is the more geometric design. This one here, that I think actually you can see the embossing a little bit better. And we've got this piece down here. Again, these are all self-adhesive, ready to go. And this is going to go right across the bottom. Now if you wanted to, you could easily put it across here and then just trim the end off. In fact, all of these cards I think you could work both in portrait or landscape, whichever you prefer. Okay, so there's that piece across the bottom. And then we've got our final of the 3 sentiments. Appreciate you more than you know. And let's grab the last of these. So we've got them roughly here, here, here. Basically, we can use up anything we've got left. So this is the one sheet, and you get 3 of these all together. So enough, as I said, for 9 cards if you didn't join us right at the beginning. There we go. So let's pop this up again with dimensionals, which I've just tidied away. And you do want to leave space to tuck the leaves in, so what you don't want to do is put dimensionals all the way around the edges, because you won't be able to tuck your leaves and flowers in. There we go. But you could do this at a jaunty angle if you want to. They've got it straight, but you could do it at a jaunty angle. You could do it, as I say, portrait or landscape. Right, it's roughly central, I think. So I'm looking forward to coffee and card this afternoon. Catching up with some of our toaster attendees. Unfortunately, due to COVID last week, we had to cancel our session. So I'm looking forward to catching up this week. Okay, let's just pop a couple of these down. And as you see, you'll have loads of these left over and you can just really do your own thing. I've got mine a little bit high maybe, but it's fine. There we go. So I've got a busy week this week. Tomorrow afternoon I have our card class for our Sun Prints, which is our July class, which has been really popular, so that's always nice. Thank you to everybody for supporting me. So I'm looking forward to that. So that's our in-person class in the afternoon, and then we have an online class at the weekend. There we go. Okay, just make sure we're still live, which we are. You never know when you haven't watched it for a little while. That one. Tuck that underneath. And put that there, and then one of these on sort of over the top. I'm going to tear off a little bit of this dimension. So that it can sit against there, 'cause if you don't put it on dimensionals it'll sit at an odd angle. About there. Okay, and then we'll just tuck in the last of the pieces in here. So not rocket science, but good fun. And I have put a link to this kit in the shop here on my Facebook page, so you can always go and visit that and have a look online. As I say, makes a great gift, or just for yourself, plus you get the added bonus of a insulated lunch bag, which I'll show again at the end for those that missed the beginning. Okay, pop those on. Just going to put that down lightly in case I need to move it. And there we go. Come together really well. And then that one's going to tuck in there. So obviously you could use more or less of these die cuts if you wanted to. And if you want a nice flat edge, if you've got an acrylic block, if you're a crafter, use that, or a bone folder, or if you've got a ruler, use the edge of a ruler. Okay, final touch, a couple of our little gems, and I did Windsor whether to put one in the centre of these little flowers. Like so. And then two and three, so we've got an odd number in total. There we are. So I've just put those little gems on here and here, and the other ones dotted around. Okay, and I'm guessing that's probably the best envelope to fit that. So they come with the envelopes with those lovely printed insides. So let me show you the 3 finished cards. So we've got this one here. Oh, let me put my glasses on so I can see and you can see. There we go. That's that one. This one. Oops, sorry. And this one here. There we go. So that's one each of the 3 cards as set out in the instructions. You've got enough for another 6 cards, so another 2 of each, and you get the full instructions here. And if you have a mobile phone, there's some QR codes that you can scan. One will give you detailed video, really exactly as I've done, or similar, probably slightly better than I've done. And then just to show you, this is the lunch bag you get with the kit. I'm just going to fold it down so you can see it a little bit better. The best way to fold it, Jenny. So it's an insulated bag. It's a canvas bag. It's got this applied to it. It's got the Stampin' Up logo, of course, tucked in there on the back. And it's Coastal Cabana. And just a really useful little bag. You could use it for crafting supplies, you could use it for your blend pens, obviously designed because it's the Nourish and Flourish kit in support of food poverty, or reducing food poverty I should say. Then that comes as part of the kit. So there we go, they are in stock. If you want to see it in more detail and you're coming to an event, just let me know and I can make sure I bring mine with me. And we'll be back tomorrow, Tuesday, for our watercolour week. So July is actually watercolour month. I'm a little bit behind the times here. So we'll be doing some different styles of watercolouring for the remainder of the week. So I hope you're able to join me for some of those. Tomorrow's session, we will be here at 7 p.m. Tomorrow, that is Tuesday. So I hope you're able to join me at 7 p.m. UK time. And if not, if you can't join me live, it's a lovely bag, isn't it, Fran? Then you can obviously watch on catch up or on replay here on Facebook or on YouTube. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button or the like and follow button if you're on Facebook, and you can click on the little bell and then you'll be advised every time I go live. So thank you so much. I hope you have enjoyed the session this morning. I'm off to put my coffee on and enjoy that, and then finish my final preparation for my card class. So thank you so much. Sorry it went on a little bit longer, but hopefully you like the kit. Thanks so much now. Take care everyone. Bye for now.